Why some people stay poor. Even after getting money, some people win the lottery and end up broke again. Some people grow up poor and stay poor forever. And some people escape poverty with almost nothing. Why? The answer has nothing to do with intelligence. It's psychology. Most people think poverty is only about money, but psychologists and behavioral scientists discovered something disturbing. Sometimes, poverty becomes an identity. And once the brain accepts an identity, it starts protecting it. Even if that identity is painful, a person who thinks poor doesn't just have an empty wallet. They often have a nervous system trained for survival, and survival mode changes the brain. When humans live under stress for too long, the brain stops focusing on long-term growth. It starts focusing on immediate relief. That's why people under financial stress often procrastinate, avoid risks, make impulsive decisions, or sabotage opportunities. Not because they're stupid, because stress hijacks long-term thinking. Scientists call this the scarcity mindset. The future literally feels less important to the brain. Now, here's where it gets deeper. Many people unconsciously fear success, not openly, secretly. If someone grows up hearing, rich people are selfish, money changes people, or people like us never succeed, their brain starts connecting wealth with danger, so even when opportunities appear, they self-sabotage because the old identity feels emotionally safer than change. And this is something most people never realize. Humans protect identity more than potential. A person can hate their current life and still unconsciously defend it because familiar pain feels safer than unfamiliar success. And environment plays a massive role. If everyone around you complains constantly, mocks ambition, fears discipline, and hates successful people, your brain slowly accepts those behaviors as normal. Human beings absorb emotional patterns from their surroundings like sponges. That's why mindset is contagious. But the deepest damage of poverty isn't lack of money, it's loss of agency. When a person starts believing nothing I do matters, motivation collapses. Psychologists call this learned helplessness. And once that happens, people stop trying, not because they're lazy, but because hope itself becomes painful. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. Some people become addicted to struggle. If someone grows up in chaos, stress starts feeling normal. Peace feels unfamiliar, so they unconsciously recreate problems. Bad financial decisions, toxic relationships, last-minute panic, self-destruction. Not because they enjoy suffering, because their nervous system was trained inside it. And this explains something fascinating. Why intelligent people sometimes stay broke, while average people quietly build wealth. Because success is rarely about IQ alone. It's about emotional control, consistency, patience, discipline, and the ability to think long-term. Wealthy thinkers usually ask, what compounds over time? Scarcity thinkers ask, how do I survive today? That single difference changes entire lives. But maybe the most powerful insight is this. People rarely rise far above what they believe they deserve. If someone secretly believes, I'm unlucky, I'm not valuable, or success is for other people, their behavior slowly aligns with those beliefs. Their posture changes, their decisions change, their confidence changes, even the opportunities they notice change. Your external life often mirrors your internal identity, which means escaping poverty is not only financial, it's psychological. The people who transform their lives usually change their mindset before they change their bank account. They change their environment, their habits, their standards, their information, and eventually, their identity. Because the real prison was never only money, it was conditioning. The scariest part about poverty is that it can live in the mind long after it leaves the wallet. And the moment a person changes their identity, they stop asking, why is life against me? And start asking, what can I build from here? Because the biggest upgrade in life isn't financial, it's psychological.